Okay, welcome back to the 30th round of the main event of the WESPAC lively happening here in Accra, Ghana. And here I am with Koisola Lataki once again. How do you feel about this one, Coin?
I feel so good about this. This is round 30, and on stream now we'll be having Timi Woko and Waseem Khatri.
Right. I think these games that we're about to see, the next couple of games as well that is about to ensue is very important game as we've heard Adam Logan has been Gibsonized. So the people we are seeing on screen, which is Timi Woko, Wasim Khatri, and in fact, Webin is playing Nigel right now, and Robert Shaw and Stanley from Ghana are also playing. So now we are seeing Woko and Wasim playing, and Webin is on 20 and they have wins, and the rest of them, Nigel, Robert, Stanley, Woko, and Wasim are on 19. And so I believe they are all playing for second place.
Yes, yes, yes. Without further ado, opening rack for Timi Woko, WITNERD, and we see him going down for Winder for 28. Opening rack for Wasim, we have BBGLOUR. All right, what do you think he can do, Opeolua?
Okay, I see two B's, GULOR. I believe it could play Rubigo, that is through the eye of Winder, for 18 points, leaving BL. Also, he could play Gobi, GOBB high, if he's trying to get rid of both B's. That scores 20 points, leaving LRU.
True. All right. Just like you rightly said earlier, Adam Logan is officially going to be one of the two players that we would be seeing in the best of seven showdown. Congratulations to him. We had Adam on stream the last game. And yes, he was able, to steal a win against Stanley of Ghana. We see Gobi come down for 20.
Yeah, definitely. The last game was really mind blowing as we see Adam power on, and with that, he was able to snag his win from Stanley, and that officially made him Gibson Eye. So we would be seeing him tomorrow with one lucky contender from the streams that we would be getting.
Right, looks like there was an exchange of NRR from Timi Woko's rack of NARTNRR.
Okay, and it's back to Wasim with TXLURRI. What options do you see for him,
I mean,
Coin?
he could be looking to do something like LUX right underneath GOBBI. That scores about 22, I think, leaving IRRT. Not so sure if it would be okay with, having 2 hours on his rack after this turn.
I believe if he's trying to let go of one of the R's, he could play Brox from the B of Gobi or Gobi for 15 points, leaving ILRT. Other options might be to play shots by playing XU right on top of Gobi for 24 points. That does leave the double R, of course.
Yeah, this is a must win for Woko to stand a chance, to play in the final head to head best of seven battle.
Yeah, I mean, after Logan was able to win that last one, it's down to six players fighting for the second spot, and we're going to be seeing Woko and Wasim go at it.
Looks like we have a Woko fan in the comments and also a Wasim fan in the chat box. Beautiful to see you guys here. All right, Wasim taking a little bit of time on this move. He has LURX already. Maybe he wants to do LUXER, through the E of Winder for 12.
Okay, I think they could do that using IRT and let's see what it comes up with.
Yeah, probably looking to play Lurex as well. That's still very much open for him.
Yeah, definitely. I see Remanet on Timi Woko's style, so we could be seeing a bingo from Woko.
Yes, indeed. It could also, play to the G agreement. There's also Waterman. Yes, but at least a bingo should be coming down as soon as Wasim plays and it's Timi Woko's turn to play.
All right.
Current scores 28 after the play of Winder for Timi Woko and after the play of GOBBI 20 for Waseem Khatri.
This must be a very crucial one for both players. You know, there's so much at stake, and I see them with the same, should I say, same reaction. They have their hands on their chin, both thinking deeply for this one.
At this point in time, you have to be locked in. Every single game is so important. You can't afford to make any silly mistakes or any misses. You have to play optimally. You have to play very accurately, as this will determine whether or not these players, one of them will join the current finalist that we have, which is Adam Logan.
Definitely, I think Wasim might be considering LUX as he set that aside. That does play right underneath Gobi for 22
I've
points.
been listening about nine E's to come from the bag. So yes, it would be open to pick, at least one of those nine E's, playing a bingo, that probably ends with ER or contains ER.
Definitely, definitely.
All right, taking a bit of time here. Looks like it's going for Lurex for 12 points. Lurex it is.
Okay, locked in by Wasim for 12 points, and we should be seeing a bingo from Timmy right now with a blank of with a rack of Remanet. His options are he could play Waterman, like you said, from the W of Winder. He could also play Lamenta from the just played Lurex. The L gives him that chance, and I think he's in fact going for Lamenta for 70
Yeah,
points.
the only downside is the fact that there's a triple threat as both blanks have still not been played in this game, just like the last game where we saw a times nine come down by Adam Logan.
Yeah, definitely. We did see that from Logan come down. So Lamenta it is for Woko. 70 points and it is locked in. Now it's back to Wasim, I believe, with a rack of
I
SEPATIR.
mean, it could do Partias to the R of Lamenta, no times nine here for him, but he could score 83 points playing Partias to the R.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was scared for a minute because we could have seen a times nine from Wasim, but instead, I think his options are Partias, like you said. You could also play Painters in an obscure spot, just through the head of Winder with the O hooking the P of Painters and going horizontally for 78 points. Other options might be to play wire taps, I believe, but I think we are seeing Patias already 83 points, and that is in fact his best choice.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, and it's back to Woko with ANYDVCM. Wow. We see it's raining consonants over here with Woko and just a single vowel of A. Wow, what do you think you should do here, Coin?
My oh my. I mean, he could play Cyma, CYMA for 34 points, keeping DNV, or just dropping MY for same 34 points. Now, let us know that if Watermen had come down, then we would have seen a bingo, a times nine, a triple triple of Painters by Waseem Khatri. So I think playing Lamenta was, the better option for Timi Woko, and that's exactly what he did.
I mean, even though both options did expose the triple triple lane, in playing Lamenta was definitely a better choice because we could have seen a triple triple play from Wasim. And in fact, I see the first blank of the game from Wasim.
Yes,
Wow.
playing CYMA would now give a triple triple for Wasim if CYMA comes down. Do you think there's a chance CYMA will come down and we would be seeing a times nine on this turn?
I mean, if it does play CYMA just above Gobai, we could be seeing it times nine considering the rack it has, and that would be a very tough one for Woko.
Yes, I see someone in the chat says they like Timi Woko's choice because playing to a floating N is much more easier than playing to a floating R, and I think that's could be what Timi Woko might have considered. But I really don't think that's you know that would have mattered because he could have also played a times nine to the letter R if he had the right combination of
Okay,
tiles.
so we might not be seeing Saima come down, and I think we are getting May here. I think it's nothing to say is because if he had played Saima, we could have seen concerning come down, and be that would definitely be something, and that is times nine, I believe, if he had played Saima. So he's playing safe and is going for May instead. May for 33 points locked in by Timmy.
All right, current scores 131 for Timi Woko and 115 for Wasim, and we should be seeing a bingo come down. Sultans for 80 points, playing to the T of Lamenta and playing Maya. Sultans scores 80. Looks like we might not be seeing that as the arrange. He has corner arranged on his rack, and that scores 73 points.
I mean, the Plains corner with the S hooking winder does open the triple lane, and that could give back to Timmy if he has the S hook to place corners. So I think a better option might be to play Sultans, just like you say, through the T of Lamenta.
I don't know if there's a bit of an issue.
Okay, I think they're back to the game. So, like I said, it could play Sultans through the T of Lamenta. That does score 80 points. And yeah, other options would expose the triple triple lane like Enactors through the same T of Lamenta. What do you think it should do here, Coin?
I mean, playing Sultans would be a beautiful find, as it doesn't really give so much back to Timi Boko, who is Wasim's opponent, and yes, it seems like the optimal player at this point, and it scores 80. Looks like he has spotted that, and we would be seeing Sultans come down. Right after this, Timewoko would get a chance, to play on this turn. Looks like he's running into a bit of trouble in paradise with CVNDLT and the only vowel on his rack, U. My goodness.
He might have to cling to that U to play Klong through the G of Gobi, I believe. That does open the triple triple lane, but it's caused the most for him on this turn. He could also play Kud if he's trying to keep it short and then not open anything up for his opponent. Kud CUD plays right above Gobi.
Yeah, I could do that. Clong gives, a triple triple. So yes.
All right, we see him taking his time on this one. I would like to say Timi Woko is one of those fast players we get to see on the stream.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it is pretty fast when it comes to playing I think we've seen him on stream a couple of times, and yes, like you said, it's super, super, super fast.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, looks like we'll be seeing duct instead. Duct for 17.
All right, Doc it is for Timmy, leaving VNL.
All right, someone just asked me there was a dispute. No, I think it was just a slight misunderstanding, maybe with the tiles or something. But yes, it wasn't a dispute. I think, yes, it's been sorted now. Nothing too serious.
In the rank of GFNLUPE for Wasim, his options might be playing short, he could just add the PU to the NY from Lamenta and May, just right above Sultans. That does score 26 points, leaving FEGLN. What do you think about that one?
I mean, yes, that's a very solid move, but you could be looking to do something a bit longer, like engulf. Still a lot of tiles to come from the back: the Q, the Z, the J, the K. There's still one blank unseen. So it would want to play as many tiles as it can to pick the to have a better chance at picking better tiles.
Okay, I like to say if he does play and golf, it does open the triple lane, which is something worth considering. But as we know, the game is still fresh. The current score is Simi's 148 to Wasim's 195.
All right, looks like there's violent on Timi Woko's rack.
Interesting.
And it could play that to the S of Sultans. Violence, we might be seeing violence come down.
Well, I like to say if he does play Puni, I believe we won't be seeing violence come down, and that is one of the options for Wasim right now on this turn.
Looks like he has plug arranged on his rack, maybe looking to play right on top of Gobi. Um, PLUG on top of Gobi, that is 23 points.
Right, that doesn't block the spot for violence. I believe if he does play plug, we would be seeing violence come down from Woko. Now plug has been locked in by Wasim for 23
And we should be
points.
seeing violence for 71 points come down. Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful indeed. And interestingly, you could also play novelist, although that exposes the O to the triple word score right beside it. So violence also does expose the O to the triple word score. I think another option he might be considering might be okay. I think he is going for novelist. Those are the two available. Novelist and violent are the two available bingos he could play. Although it both opens the it exposes the O to the triple word score.
I mean, violence, novelists, I think plain violence would be slightly better if you ask me. I mean, it scores only 5 points less, but yes, I think it's a safer play, not so violent if you ask me.
Interesting wordplay, and we should be seeing Cat come down from that the now open triple lane spot for 44 points. All right, I see he is going in for King instead.
QIN instead, I mean, if violent was played, then, QIN would not have the opportunity to, calm down. The worst he would have done is just play QI and it wouldn't score as much. WTIAUD and the second blank already in sight on Timi Woko's rack. Score check. Timi Woko 224. After this last move, Wasim should be on 262. Difference of about 42 points. Still anyone's game at this point.
Definitely, I mean, with the blank now, with the second blank of the game, I believe on Timmy's rack, it does give him an option to play a bingo. But unfortunately, on this turn, we won't be seeing that. His options might be to play It could play do, I believe, adding the A and the W right on top of through the D of winder. You could play that for 18 points, and other options does expose the triple lane. So I'm curious to see what he makes out of his rack on this turn.
Again, every game moving on is very, very important to these players, as one contestant has been chosen already for the final battle of seven head to head. And one person would be what we need to join Adam Logan in this final. And it looks like Waseem Khatri would be playing Artifice as soon as he gets the opportunity to do that. I'm not so sure there's really anything Timi Woko can do to block that spot. So yes, we would be seeing another bingo from Wasim, as he already has it arranged on his rack and sitting calmly and waiting for his turn.
Definitely, we could be saying that from our saying, depending on what Timmy plays on this turn. But I believe with the blank on Timmy's rack, he might be feeling pretty confident to be able to respond probably with another bingo if he picks favorably.
I mean, like you suggested, if it does WAU to the L of plug, there are no bingos that Wasim can play to W, no times nines. So if he plays his artifice, if Timi Woko can only hope to pick good tiles and possibly replies, considering that he has the blank, and yes, it will still be anyone's game.
Currently, we have 224 for Timmy to Wasim's 262. So I believe Timmy is making his move and he's going for wad.
Word for 21, giving ITU blank. All right, we should be seeing artifice come down right about now. All right, that is it. Artifice coming down immediately.
Actify scores 76
76. Yes,
points.
yes. Oof.
It does open it does expose the triple letter, I believe, and I believe we still have the J and the Z on scene.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, no J, no Z in sight for Timi Woko. Going into the bag after that, it goes to big NOE. That gives blank TIUON, and we would be saying, or we should be saying, a bingo. Through the it's obscure. Through the R of winder and I of artifice. Erudition for 74.
Erudition is in fact a 9 letter bingo, and if he's able to spot it, that does score 74 points. Other options might be to play, I see routine. It could play routine with the NE hooking the AR from Artifice.
I mean, if it does play, routine, it would take out that spot of Wasim putting the Z there to score about 60 plus points, because we see the Z on his rack now, and something like DZO would be an absolute killer.
Definitely, definitely. So in playing, whether I think outline or routine or even putting would definitely block out that triple letter spot for the
Yes.
Z to sit comfortably.
Yes, so Timi Woko thinking long and hard on what exactly to do on this turn, but no doubt we should be saying, Ibingo, calm down.
Definitely.
2 rounds to go. This is round 30 underway already. Adam Logan currently sitting and waiting, for the final best of seven tomorrow. All right, if you're just joining us, please don't forget to like, the channel, subscribe, and share to other word lovers out there. Outline looks like we would be seeing outline come down for Timi Woko. Outline score 68, and then that will take a score up to 313 to Wasim's 330.
Okay, I believe Wasim should be able to eat back. I mean, he does have the Z on his rack right now, and if he plays doozy from the O of outline to the triple lane, it could it back with 54 points, leaving EHI. Other options might be to play Zooey, that is Zooey, on the same spot for 51
My
points.
goodness, does it seem like Wasim is, slowly cutting away further in this game? I mean, even after the play of outline, Timi Woko is still trailing by about 25 points, and then there's 50 points. 50 plus points up for grabs for Wasim, which would make him, take him further ahead. And we just have 13 tiles left in the bag, including the J and the K from Wasim's perspective, but we can now see the K on Timi Woko's rack. So yes, looks like this game might just be tilting to Wasim's side, but then again, never say never.
Yeah, definitely. I believe Wasim might want to run away with this one. I mean, playing Zui or Duzi now for 50 plus points would definitely increase his lead by about 60, 70. But then again, this is Scrabble. Anything can happen. Okay, you see him taking his time on this one. If you're just joining in, this is round 30 of the WESPAC main event here in Accra, Ghana, and bringing it live to you is Opeoluwa Omotayo and Koinsola Lasaki. On stream, you have Timi Woko representing Nigeria and Waseem Khatri from Pakistan. Current score, Timi's 313 to Waseem's 338.
Yes, yes, yes. Looking at the tile distribution, there are 13 tiles left in the bag, about 4 to 5 vowels and, about eight consonants. So, yes, I think it's a pretty good balance. They just have to try to balance it so they won't run into a bit of a consonant situation or vowel situation at the end. But yeah, I think we'll be seeing a pretty balanced consonant vowel endgame.
Yeah, we should be. We should be. Now, I'm very particular to what what might be taking Wasim's time, probably tracking, I believe, and wanting to make the best decision.
I mean, this is the advantage of, playing fast early on in the game. You have more than enough time to analyze, to think, to strategize close to the end game.
If there's one thing I've learned, I think it is playing pretty, should I say, fast, relatively fast towards the beginning and middle of the game, because towards the end game you do get enough time to track and really plan your end game precision perfectly. Okay, so you might be thinking of Duzi, I believe. That's an option for him. That does score 48 points and leaving HY. But Zui scores 51 and Duzi, which is the other derivative, the Doozy, scores higher for 54 points.
I think this will just help Wasim extend his lead even further.
Yeah, I mean for this turn, he's definitely gonna play something very much standard, given the rack, the tiles he has on his rack. Okay, like I said earlier, Adam Logan has been Gibsonized. So the current players you're seeing on your screen are fighting for the second spot. So there would be a showdown for the best of seven tomorrow. Adam has made it to the final round, and we from Woko and Asim and Wabin and Nigel and then Robert Shaw and Stanley. I believe from these six players, we would be getting one person to join Adam tomorrow for the grand finale.
Amazing. I see some suggestions in the chat. Uzi scores, 48. I see Zui. Yes, Zui is also a very solid option. Doozy seems standard here. Yes, it does. It scores 54 points. Too many options here. Oi for 43 keeping Z is not a bad option. Yes, I think it could actually do that, but then leaving that triple spots might be really concerning for him. But yes, thank you so much. We are um, waiting for more suggestions on other plays.
Okay, I think we might be seeing Zuid. Oh, interesting. I think we're seeing Zuid come down instead for 45 points, leaving HEY.
Hmm, interesting. Very interesting play, if you ask me.
Interesting indeed.
All right, Likaavh. Scores 313, 383, exactly 7 points ahead of Timi Woko. That is what Wasim is, yes.
Okay, I think with Timmy's rack, he could play Kiva, Kiva. That is the V hooking the AN from Artifice and the A hooking the RE. Kiva does score 36 points, leaving AHL. What other options are there for him?
All right. There's also the option of avail, keeping H and K or cover, and it looks like it would be doing cover. Yes, cover it is cover for 36, leaving HAL. Kiva actually leaving HAL.
Okay, Kiva locked in by Woko. Now we have Ahoy set aside for Wasim, and he might be looking to play that just beneath Gobi. That does score pretty huge. I think 44 points and still leaving a biggie, which is J, and leaves OE as well. So we might be seeing Ahoy come down for 44 points. Wow. Looks like Wasim might be really running away from Timmy and stealing this one. Or is it too early to say that, going?
I really don't think it's too early to say that. I mean, he has a load of points coming for him, and he also has the J now, which he would use to score a whole lot. After playing at all, he still gets to retain JOE, which would probably give him a buttload of points later on. So yes, I think it's safe to say that Wase might be taking this one.
Wow, that is very interesting indeed. Think it's back to Woko now with a rank of SLAHEGE. Wow. Now, if he's willing to cash in his eggs, if he's willing to burn his eggs for this round, he could score 40 points if he plays HAES with the S hooking the artifice. And he could play, this is quite obscure, in between sultans and partias. He could play in between the C and E. He could put his H there and play HAES, and that scores 40 points, leaving EGL.
Wow. Um, HAES 40 points. My goodness.
Yeah, definitely. Very obscure spot though, and that is if he's willing to use his S on this turn.
Just one tile left in the bag. I'm assuming that would be the last S. Yes, the letter S would be the last tile in the bag right now. My goodness. 10 minutes on Timi Woko's time, like you said earlier, is such a speedy player. very, very fast, very, very up and running. He likes to take his move, spots his move, and then go for it. Yes, he has 10 minutes going into this end game. 349, 427, and looks like Wasim might just steal this one.
I mean, with the situation right now, this I can't just say this is our safe game because there is no hope of coming back with no possible bingo. No, I think the most he could do here for this turn would probably be to play the HAES for 40 points. I mean, take his score and try to reduce the margin as much as he can.
Yes, if he does HAES, we'll be left with GEL, and then the S he would go on to pick from the bag, and I think that would finish.
All right, so we see he is taking his time here, probably trying to make sure he's tracking correctly or making the best move for this turn.
Yeah, CJ is set aside on Wasim's rack. He might be looking to play underneath Zoid JEU. That scores a buttload of points. That scores about 36, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So yes, scoring 40 and then your opponent comes back with 36. There's really no coming back for Timmy in this game. Looks like Timi Woko would um lose this game.
I mean, we've seen Wasim play from king of 44 points to activist from 76. Coming back with Zuid 45, Ahoy 44. Now, if he plays about 36, I believe, he has been scoring pretty well consistently for the past 5 rounds, and that is enough to seal his win for this round.
Yes, I see a suggestion in the chat saying to play EL unplug. Yes, dropping the E to fish for O, to play galosh, it lands into two spots. Yes, I think of course we know that the tile left in the bag is the S and not one of the final two O's. But I think Timi Woko doing that, is his chance of probably getting back into the game. We see another suggestion of him playing EUGH, and that's exactly what it does. Probably to pitch for the O and see if it would bingo, although that would not be possible as the tile in the bag is the letter S.
Oof, that must be very devastating for Timmy because he was in fact fishing to last minute bingo of Galosh, I believe. But now we do see the last tile was S, I believe. And for this turn for Wasim, he has a rack of JOEFOEA. I think every move he makes now actually does guarantee his win. And he could play Jape. That's between the P of plug for 26 points, leaving EFOO.
Yes, yes, it could do that. But looking at this, after drawing the S, we'll we might be seeing a bingo of seals, SEALGHS of from Timi Woko, which lands in just one spot, just like someone in the chat has pointed out. It lands in just one spot, and it scores about 78. But even that would not be enough for Timmy to win this. The only way it would win is if Jape is missed, or if Jill or Jill is missed, then yes.
Okay, I think it's interesting. It does have a hope of bingoing and last minute bingo, I believe, of seals. But in fact, like I said earlier, it is not enough to win this game. But it does reduce the margin, which might be very useful in the long run for the spread.
Yes. Someone said it needs to block the right spot. I really I'm not sure if that's what Wasim would be looking to do. I mean, it would make him score very, very low. If he plays Jape or Geo, obviously, if Timi Woko spots his bingo, will finish regardless. But it would reduce the yes cumulative spread. But yes, Wasim would win regardless.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this game, the board and the tiles left on both players, and even if Timmy does play his last minute bingo, it's not enough to win this game. So he could block it, and although that scores less, I feel playing his move is highest score of he could play Geo for 37 and just go ahead with it. And I think that is exactly what he's doing. Okay, for 97 points, we could say Seals come down from Timi Woko if he hooks the L to the EUGH of the EUGH setup.
Wow, looks like Wasim might just lose this game.
Oh wow.
Hold on, Wasim Hagless, come down. My goodness, this is so
Wow,
surprising.
this was Timmy's one
Chance
chance
to
to
win,
actually win this
yes.
game because we were thinking he would play the Seals just right
Yes,
beside, but
Seals is 97 points. Obviously, Wasim would be challenging. I mean, what do you have to lose? Not
yeah.
only did Wasim, blunder and, almost lose the game, but the chance Timi Woko had to, get, take this win, it just blew it.
Exactly, because Seals, in playing Seals at the same spot with the same setup of EUGH scores 97
Hold
points.
on, are we going to be seeing a challenge? I think they are reconciling scores because yes, the timers are paused. Looks like a score reconciliation is going on, but I think Wasim should challenge. Do you not think so?
I think so
I
too. I
think we should be
mean,
seeing a challenge.
I feel this play is very much rushed because, oh my God,
Oh
I
my
think we are not
goodness,
seeing a
no
challenge.
challenge. My God, this is such a surprise. What? No challenge.
No way, this is a win for
This is a
Timmy,
win
and
for Timi Woko.
oh my God, this is extremely mind blowing. This was not the end game I was expecting.
Oh, wait. All right, looks like there was a mistake in our analysis. Agnes scores 85 and Wasim wins either ways. My goodness. So playing the only valid word of seals is what would have given him the win. For a moment there, I was surprised that Wasim, I was very shocked because I thought Wasim would lose, this game. But looks like he just took it because he would win either ways. Ah,
Wow. Wow. Okay, I think if he had played Seals there at the same spot for 94, for 97 would have made him win
my
in
goodness.
actually. But Agles scores less. Agles scores just I believe 85 points, which is why Wasim was still able to win this
The
one.
tension over here is so
And
much.
I believe he should have challenged
I mean,
because
even with a 5 point, challenge, if it was valid, 463, 464, we still we won. But he maybe he did not want to take that chance. Oh my goodness! Apologies to everyone. The tension is
yeah,
very
the
high.
tension is in
We
fact
thought
high.
that Wasim would lose the game if he had accepted Hagless.
Actually, but Seals was the move for Timmy
Sales
to
was the
win.
move. Oh my goodness. I wonder how he'll feel after the game when someone calls him to probably tell him that Agnes is not valid and you should have in fact played sales for 95 and that would be it for him.
Oh my God, that was.
I'm still in so much shock
I
right now.
am. I am. I really do not know how to feel about this, but that brings us to the end of round 30 and sealing Wasim win for this one. Now let's switch to the overhead mic real quick.
Scrabble is a funny game.
I don't know it at all. I've never seen it. You know it before? Do you
I
know
know
it?
there's some anagram in it, but I wasn't sure either this or Heggless. I would have played Heggless as well.
Okay. Have you submitted
No,
it?
I was submitting my.
Ah, you would have not forgiven yourself.
Yeah, I won. I'm gonna should have shut the board.
But if you play there, I could play here as well. So you enter the same problem. You have the same problem.
Yeah,
So if you score,
yeah,
that's why knowing words is important.
yeah. Which round number is?
So this is number four, 8, 8, 14, 18, 19, 20, 28, 78. You would have lost.
Yeah.
If you block here, you still lost. You will lose still.
No, no. I have 100 points lead, right?
So if you play here and I played it here, you would have lost.
Yeah.
If you blocked here and I played it here, you will still have lost.
Yeah, I still have lost. Yeah. Yeah. But then I have to play this, right?
Mm.
It's the only choice I have to play. Yeah, game play. Yeah, yeah. Did you win?
What? You won? So you go. So you won. So you go and play Niger. Oh, they are, but they are. Okay.
Okay, 466,
Your own
458.
is, your own is table 2.
466, 458.
Yes.
Your ID?
67. You've taken a snapshot?
Yeah, I'll take those snapshots.
You,
That's fine.
no, no. It's Agnes.
Mashallah, it's a whole.
What an exciting game this was. The tension so high, energies
Able to
are
stop
up in the
my.
air this time. We saw them, analyze what should have
Oh,
been the
I
right
did?
move.
agreement.
Yeah.
Right, we just got word that Wabin 2-1 is last game. So currently he is still in contention to play against Adam Logan tomorrow. But Nigel Richards also won his last game and is there in third right now with 20 wins.